One of the great things about Jiu Jitsu for me is that the mat's a great equalizer. That it doesn't matter how much money you have or what your status is, that everybody's equal when you step on the mat. To get good at it, you only have to have two things as far as I can see. So number one is that you must love the sport. And the second thing is that you must be patient. There's no one that stepped on the mat straight away and was good. A few lessons you learn from Jiu Jitsu. One of them that I think is very good for life in general is that you understand that you have to fail a lot to succeed. Try to learn from your mistake and improve. You learn how to become comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And it's not about trying to avoid problems or trying to avoid adversity, which you won't be able to do. Instead, it's how you deal with that. Are you going to turn and quit, or are you going to be able to fight back? What we would term an alive martial art, and that you're actually fighting another person and you're constantly having your ego checked. I'm constantly getting beat up on the mat by my own guys, and I think it's a great way to keep you humble, which is what martial arts is supposed to be about. So that's another benefit for training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of interesting, the journey from white to black belt, because it's two very different mindsets. When you're working towards your purple belt, it's all about technique acquisition. It's about learning as many techniques as you can. When you get like a very, very good blue belt or purple belt level, you actually have to change your mindset. And instead of always looking for new techniques, you take what you already have and you try to make them suit you. Finding which movements, which techniques, which pressures suit your body type, but ultimately, more importantly, your personality. It's sort of an interesting journey when your student is going from being a beginning purple belt to brown belt, because your job is actually to try and change their mindset so they're not always chasing the latest DVD release, or they're not always chasing the latest technical development, but instead they're just trying to focus on the fundamentals you showed them at the beginning, and they're chipping away at that marble block and trying to make their game as perfect as possible for their body type. You don't worry about anything when you're rolling. It's kind of almost a meditative state. You have to be in the moment. You have to really just be dealing with what's going on right now. And when you get into a kind of a rhythm with a good sparring partner, with someone at a decent level, it becomes almost very addictive, that you want to be in that state as much as possible for as long as possible. When you're starting off, you're going to find yourselves in very uncomfortable positions, having a lot of pressure put onto your neck, onto your head, people get claustrophobic, and it's not until you can learn to be calm underneath a lot of pressure that you'll be able to execute your techniques. It's very much a hands-on sport, and that's one of the things I really like about it. It's not about trying to impress somebody else. It's not about trying to be visually impressive. It's just about functionality. It's just about doing the simple stuff right, with good timing, good posture, and yeah. So that's BJJ to me.